What's good, y'all? What's good? It's your boy Jamal. Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Jamal, the credit protector. I help small business owners and individuals get access to capital. Every now and again, you run into a situation where your card gets shut down. Your card may get shut down. They may close a bank account. The reasons vary. And in a bank's or lender's contract who offers credit cards, they do put in there that they're able to shut down your credit card for any reason and oftentimes without notice. This has happened to me. This has happened to many people I know who are in the credit card game itself, who use credit cards often. I've also seen this happen with people who accounts have been compromised, whether they were a victim of fraud, someone gave them a fraudulent check, or identity theft. It absolutely happens. But what about the opposite? What if you're just minding your business? You're staying in compliance. Your credit score hasn't dropped below a certain point, but for whatever risk management, whatever reason, they still decide to shut down your credit card for what they may deem risky behavior or some other arbitrary reason that has nothing to do with your actual activity. Or maybe there was a mistake or glitch. I'm going to share with y'all three websites, three resources that you can go to actually submit a complaint when nothing else is working. All right. So this is you already went into the branch, you spoke to the staff there, even the branch manager, regional manager, what have you, to attempt to resolve the issue. You called on the phone to customer service. You've written letters, right? But nothing seems to be working. Maybe you even reached out to them via social media or made a post or tagged them on a social media platform to try and get some kind of response, but nothing is working. Here are three resources that you can use for these banks. It can get it can get kind of confusing because even though they're all financial institutions, there are multiple government organizations that regulate your bank. You have the Office of the Comptroller of Currency. You have the SEC, which is the Security Exchange Commission. If your account is with a brokerage, like let's say Robinhood or Merrill Lynch or Charles Schwab or Fidelity, right? If you have a credit union, you also have the NCUA, which is the National Credit Union Association. And of course, you have the CFPB. So we're going to go through a couple of these resources that I know for a fact no one knows these exist because no one talks about these. It's easy to get the bag. Where I'm the credit protector. So it's not just about getting the bag, getting access to the capital. It's about keeping the capital because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So we have to know what organizations are on our side that could potentially help us get our accounts back. Now, this video is going to be pretty short. I'm going to do a follow-up video that's going to be a lot more in depth where I walk you through step by step of each complaint and how to file a complaint with each and every company. I have had to do this myself when a bank shut down one of my credit cards. And when I called, the customer service reps literally told me that they didn't have a manager that I could speak to on a recorded line. And I had them repeat it twice that, hey, you sure you don't have a manager? They said, nope, we don't have any manager. We're going to just put you on hold. And I was on hold for like literally 30 minutes and no one ever showed up. So I ended up having to come here and file a complaint with everybody. Okay, so you probably know about the Better Business Bureau. You could file with them, but the Office of the Comptroller of Currency is like the big dog. They regulate their. Also, you can go to the FTC as well. But today we're going to do the Office of Comptroller of Currency, the CFPB, and filing a complaint against your credit union. So this is, I love this, the name of the website, helpwithmybank.gov. Very straightforward. And it's very user friendly, easy to navigate. They even have a 1-800 number that you can call that's open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's great because if you're like me, you're located on the East Coast. That means I can call as late as 7:30 at night, my time, and they'll still be open. And so here you can literally browse through what issue are you having? Did they shut down one of your bank accounts without you knowing? Branch services? Did they treat you a certain kind of way? Like I've read and seen these stories about people walking in with a legitimate paycheck and getting the police called on them, right? Things like that. If you're having issues with your credit cards, they either shut down your credit card or maybe they wrote increase your interest rate without telling you, and now it's some kind of astronomical, uh, like 35% or something. Same thing here, interest rates, usury laws. Are they operating, are the interest rates in according to the legal limits of your state and of the federal government? Right? So they cover a lot of different topics. All right. And then you also have the ability to just file your complaint. And there's multiple levels to filing the complaint. Okay. Depending on, one of the key things when you're filing the complaint is knowing which organization you need to file your complaint with. So here they actually have a search feature so you don't go literally barking up the wrong tree, to where you can find out if your bank is being controlled or under the guidance of the OCC. Okay. So you'll go here, literally just click search financial institutions. Okay. Takes you to FDIC, which is the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. This is the corporation that insures all of our money up to $250,000 per bank, per account, per person. Okay. And at this point, you can start searching your bank. So I'll just, the first bank that comes to mind, TD Bank, National Association. We click, let me do 20706. Click search. Okay. And then it'll start showing you the banks, and you'll just search through here, figure out which one you're referring to. So boom, here we go. We found TD Bank National. We even have their FDIC certificate. Who's their regulator? Comptroller of Currency. So now we can go back here, scroll up, and then you'll file a complaint with them. What I like is that they give you, some basic rules, guidelines, right? If you're having an issue with a product or service, this is the process you would just go through to see if they're regulated by the OCC. And if they are, this is where you go to snitch. This is who you snitch to with your bank if the CFPB isn't doing good enough. Okay. And they like to make sure, and they overemphasize this because there's a couple of places that they take you and they remind you, hey, make sure that we actually regulate your bank so that we can do something about it. And what I also like is if they don't regulate your bank, they give you the list and the links to the organizations that may regulate your bank. So the next one we're going to go to, of course, is the CFPB. People were worried about the CFPB was closed. Oh my God, I can't submit any complaints. Nothing is going to work anymore. credit repairs done. I won't be able to file anything with the CFPB. As y'all can see, the CFPB is fully open, operational. It's not closed or anything. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, a judge mandated that the CFPB be reopened and all of the staff be hired back and full operations commence once again. So if anyone tells you that the CFPB is closed, you can see it here live yourself. Absolutely 1000% open. All of the links, to my knowledge, work, but what we are concerned with is filing a complaint. So here you still have the option to file your complaint, start a complaint. You will register, create an account. Once you register and create an account, you'll be able to submit your complaint. Like I said, this is a short video, so I'm not going to go through how to file a complaint on each and every website. I just want to give you guys the resources so that you can start your process. The website for the CFPB is consumerfinance.gov. Now, let's say you're not having an issue with your bank or your brokerage, it's a credit union. This is mycreditunion.gov. This is the website that you can go to submit a complaint about your credit union. So a couple of months back, you probably saw the headlines that like Navy Federal was discriminating against Black people. They weren't offering the same amount of mortgages to even qualified Black folks compared to other races, right? There are people in those type of situations, you want to be able to submit your complaints. This is one of the places you would go, right? mycreditunion.gov. Okay. And we can be creative. We don't have to limit ourselves to just one website. You can submit your complaints to all of these websites just to cover your bases, right? So their complaint process, they actually break it down for you before you submit a complaint. Here's what you need. It gives you the criteria, your name, email address, full name and address of the credit union involved in your complaint. You can use the FDIC website to locate your credit union because they're also insured as well. Well, I apologize. Credit unions are insured by the NCUA, not the FDIC. All right. A copy of a written correspondence you've already had from the credit union. So if let's say you applied for a credit card or you applied for a loan and your credit profile is in good standing and you feel like you were discriminated against or you were denied without good reason, you can submit a complaint. You would include that letter. I tell a lot of my clients, don't throw away your letters. Keep the letter. Why? Because that letter can be used as leverage and evidence of possible mistreatment. This is exactly what they want here. Written correspondence you have already had with the credit union regarding the issue at hand and any reply that you received. So a lot of these websites and government organizations, they want you to go through the process of trying to resolve this with the bank directly before you come to them. So this is after you've had your phone calls. This is after you recorded those phone calls. Keep a journal. Take notes of when you call, what was said. This is after you've gone through all the preliminary stuff, right? And you have a record of your journey of trying to fix this problem. So when you submit your complaint, you'll be able to break it down. I called on this, I applied for a personal line of credit on X day. I received a rejection on this day. Here's a copy of the letter. I disagreed with them. I showed them my credit report. This is exactly what my credit report looks like. It's pristine, et cetera, right? You go through and explain step by step what actually happened. In the next video, We'll even get into like ways to use Chat GPT, and Chat GPT can just throw the letter, not throw it, but put together the complaint for you. So it's formatted properly. It can highlight some of the key areas for you, right? And then it walks you through. You just submit the complaint, and it has the step one, step two, consumer assistant center reviews, attempt resolution with the credit union. That could be, in this case, you getting approved, you getting approved for that loan or for that credit card, or that credit card is reopened, right? I have a client who credit card was shut down in Navy Federal. Went through this process. Navy Federal eventually reopened the credit card, right? Of course, Navy Federal is the biggest credit union in the world, so they're gonna fight you. It's not always gonna be easy, but it's possible. And then step four, consumer assistance center will investigate. Okay. Now the credit union, when you submit this complaint, they have 60 days to respond. 60 days is the general guideline, because even when you submit a CFPB complaint, they also have 60 days to respond. Okay. There you go here, submit a complaint. Drop this down. Do you want to update existing case? No. And this is just give y'all guys a quick idea of what you're in for. Try to resolve this complaint with the credit union, yes. And then boom, you're gonna start putting in all your info. Right? In the description, this is where you would type out your story. Whatever happened, how it happened. If if you're using Chat GPT, you can have Chat GPT get a little spicy, include some specific laws or state regulations that credit unions have to follow. Like anytime a person is wrongfully denied, I love to include the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, the ECOA, which is a part of the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You have the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, which governs what we can be approved or denied for. Also, it outlines and defines what discrimination looks like by way of credit. It came about shortly after, it was part of that like financial civil rights movement, things like getting rid of redlining, etc. You can't be denied if they know that you're on public assistance like welfare or Section 8 or housing vouchers. You can't be denied for your race, your sex, your ethnicity, whether or not you're married, your sexual orientation. You can't be denied credit for any of those reasons, right? Your religion. The ECOA covers many of those topics. So I like to use ChatGPT, get a little spicy with it. What ChatGPT gives me, I throw it right here in the description, and then your desired resolution. Do you just want the credit card reopened? Do you want a higher credit limit? You want another credit card? Whatever it is that you're looking for, you can throw it in here. And then they give you some additional info, and you'll fill out these additional questions. Okay. So this was a super quick video, preliminary video. So if you're dealing with the bank, you feel like you're being treated unfairly, whether they close your credit card without any given reason or without what you feel is a proper reason, because they'll do that. They'll just close your credit card because they feel like it, or they'll just slash your limit because they feel like it, even though you've been using the card and using your account in a very respectable way. These are some resources that you can go to. If they have allowed your bank account to get compromised or hacked, you can submit a complaint. If some of the staff ain't doing what you think they need to do to protect your money, you can use it for this as well. All right. So my name is Jamal, the credit protector. I help individuals and small business owners get access to capital. If you like more of this content, please remember to like, subscribe, share it out, and I'll see y'all in the next video.